All right. Apologize, it's been a while since I've done a video. A lot has changed. We got the lease extended on the place that we're renting for an extra month, which took a whole lot of pressure off of me and Heather for getting the van conversion done. I also got a new job, which 60 hours a week, a lot of it out in the sun, so it's just been taking up a lot of my time and energy to keep up with that. But that's good. I mean, more income coming in. But we haven't been able to move forward with the van because we didn't get a ton of contribution, which is okay. I mean that's how it goes. And so, but with the job, we're going to be able to try to do some of that ourselves. But today, I'm trying to get some work done on the van. I did get the generator and the platform for the generator done, and that's in the van right now because um, I don't want to have the generator out visible because that can kind of be tempting for people who might want a generator. So, but I've got a locking bolt, locking hitch pin, and I'm going to after I bolt, finally, when I'm done and I'm bolting the generator in for the last time, I'll weld the nuts and bolts, just a little tack weld to keep those from coming undone to make it a little bit harder for someone to steal. And then I'm also going to build a box around it, both to just not make it, obviously there's a generator there, and to, it's visually, it'll look a lot nicer to have just a nice clean looking box. As well as I'm gonna make it baffled, so I'll have some extra space and I'll build some partial walls on the inside, and then have it baffled with some fans built in, just to cut down on the noise, because I want to quiet that generator as much as possible. I just want to have it a whisper. I don't want to be driving people nuts with that noise. So that's going to be a project, but I've got to prioritize. So today, I've got to work on trying to get this topper done. I ripped out the padding on the roof, and Heather and I were talking about it. Initially, we were going to take, and I'll get you a different view here. Initially, we were going to leave this section of ceiling in from that support back, and leave that front section in, and just cut out the middle for our headspace for the topper that I'm going to weld in. But there's a couple issues with that. One, because of the slope that I'm going to have in the front of the van with the topper, just to make it aerodynamic. That front section just isn't going to have enough room for one of the kids to lay in. So instead, we thought about having to move that up to another support beam where we would only have two sections here that we would have open for headroom. We didn't really like that idea. And there's other things I'm going to be putting up there too. So it's just, we're going to be cutting down on space way too much. So what Heather and I have decided on is we are going to leave that front section, but we're going to use that for storage. So because we need that steel support there for the roll, for rollover protection for the van. And we're going to cut out all of this, and then I'll put in a steel support myself. I'll weld in a steel support across, wherever we decide to do it, and we'll put a board all across the roof for the kids, and we'll just lay them, lengthwise wherever we decide to do that. And I'll put a steel support across there too. So that's the update for today. I'm gonna drill some holes up from down here where my edges are. I'm going to drill some holes, just some pilot holes, just so I can see from above where I'm going to be making those cuts. And I need to go buy a level, both for the straight edge for where I'm going to be making my cuts, and I'm going to need the level later for when I'm welding the steel in for the frame for the topper. I'm going to need that level to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. So that's today's project. I'm going to try to get all the welding done on the topper. I don't know if I'm going to get done or not. I might be driving because I only have weekends now to work on this. So I might be driving all of this week with steel sticking out of the top of a van with no with no roof on it. So hopefully it doesn't rain. I could buy a tarp if I really needed to, but yeah, well, we'll see if we can just get by without it. And then so I'll get all that steel put up for the frame, and then probably next weekend finish up whatever I didn't finish on the welding and getting the frame put together. Then I will get the plywood that I'm going to be using, and I'll put the plywood on, drill some holes, and bolt that down really nice and tight. Caulk all the edges with some silicone or some other really good waterproof sealant. Then I did order both fiberglass fabric and some resin. I might order more of both because I might be able to get by with what I have, but I'd really like to just, because I mean that's going to keep everything waterproof, so I really would like to do a good job on that. I'll probably order some more of that, and this is my wife trying to do some measurements to see if everything's going to fit in the van. I'm probably going to buy some more resin just so I can put that on nice and thick, so I don't have to worry about water leaking in. So there's the update.